Hello, hello. Uh, am I audible? Hello, everyone. All right, all right. Let's mute it. So, hello, everyone. So, today we are going to learn about Java Oops. So, in our previous lecture, we learned about string buffer, and string builder. I hope you got everything clear. If any doubt, then you can comment down in the that video. Okay, and then let's start the Java Oops. So we are going to learn about Java Oops concept today. So okay, let's check why it's not working. Okay, we have to. I should do it, but the sensitivity is not proper, so. Okay. So let's start Java Oops concept. So today we are going to learn about class and object, and then we will move to the each principle of the Java Oops. There are four principles in the Java Oops concept, and the basic of it is class and object. Due to the class and object, we are achieving like Java Oops. So the principle like the encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and abstraction will be covered in this lecture. If you are complete beginner, then you can watch this video. You just have to know about like how the Java runs. Like if you have wrote Java file once in your life, then you can watch the video till end, and you will able to understand everything in the end. If you don't, if you have any doubt, then you can comment down. The charts section is open in this video, so you can comment down, and I will help you in resolving your doubt. Okay, so let's start with the class and object. So class and object. What is class and what is object? So class is a blueprint or template that define the structure and the behavior of the object. Okay. And what is object? Object is a real world entity created from the class. What we can say, class is a blueprint or structure of the of a object. And what is object? Object is a instance of the class. Let's say let's consider a student who is going to the school. Okay. What property the student have? Student have ID, student have name, student have gender, and class, and many more. And this thing, this schema, we are um, putting in the class. The class define the schema of the object, right? The ID should be integer, the name should be string. Huh? And what is object? The instance of it. Suppose in the school there is a person, there is a student whose name is Ram. Then that person is an object. So the name, the ID should like something like one, name Akash, or something like Ram or Aram, as we are talking about Ram. So Ram, then gender male, and class suppose the class is 2 class. So this is the properties of that student, and the object, we are like object is the instance of that class. We have the student class, and we want to store some memory in it. So the object stores the memory. Class doesn't store the memory. Class have the schema of that object. How the properties should be stored in a object, that is defined by the class. Here is the example. We take a student class who like having the attribute name, roll number, and gender. And here we are creating a object of it. Student S1 is equal to student S1 dot name is equal to Ram, roll number 101, S1 dot gender is equal to male. Okay, let's see in create class. So like student, and here I am giving it a roll number, name, and gender. And I am taking I am in creating a object of it in the main class. So how can we initialize a object of the student class? By using new keyword, right? So we can initialize the object using new keyword. The s1 is equal to new student. Okay, so s1 dot roll number is equal to like let's say 1, s1 dot name is equal to Ram, and s1 dot gender is equal to male. Why is the error? Okay, I initialized roll number h string. It should be integer. Okay, so now it is done. So we can print it also, like out s1 dot roll number plus s1 dot name plus s1 dot gender. If you run it, then the roll number Ram and male, that gender is coming, right? So the output is correct, and we created a object of the student class, and it is the class. I hope you have understood. Okay, let's move to the principles of the OOPS concept. The first principle is encapsulation. What is encapsulation? Encapsulation is one of the four fundamental OOPS concept. It is a process of wrapping data and method that operate on the data into a single unit called class. It is often referred to data hiding because it restricts direct access to some of an object components. what encapsulation does is, if you want a restrict access to the class instances, then we can use some access modifier here, and with due to which we can restrict access outside that class or outside the package. And also we can by using the access modifier, we can also control the access by we can introduce getter setter here, and through which we want to only modify it, like we are giving a control access to a variable, right? So in Java, encapsulation is implemented by private access modifier for field like to hide the data, and public getter and setter to provide a controlled access. Okay, why is encapsulation important? Encapsulation is important as it improves the security by protecting the data. Like when we are like writing the data, suppose some variable is getting overridden or like modified, then encapsulation protect it, hmm, by not giving access to the other class to modify that value. Okay, and it also helps to make code maintainable and flexible, hmm, and it helps in achieving loose coupling. Like we are by using that the getter and setter, like or like the access modifiers, we are like we are not like like we are making the different classes for that, and we can change the tightness between the two classes is not that much, right? After that, so it is loosely coupled. So the example of it is a public class student. Here we have initialized the name and age of the student, and we have given the access modifier to the like variable instance of that class as private. So what private access modifier does? Private does not allow other class to access that, cannot access it. Okay, only uh, current class can access that element, that instance. Okay, this is done by the private. uh, what public does, uh, the uh, instance variable can be accessed anywhere. Okay, and there are two other access modifier, that is protected, and another one is private, public, protected, and default. It is not written like if we write the string name without any thing previous to the string, then it is under the default. Okay, so default access modifier allow instance variable access within the package. And what protected does, protected allow instance variable can be accessed within package and class extending current class. So in public, the instance variable can be accessed from anywhere, and in private, that instance variable can be accessed by that class only. Huh? From outer class or anywhere, that instance variable can't be accessed, or method that can't be accessed, wherever the access modifier is in like put there. So and for the protected and default, protected the for in case of the default, um, in case of the default variable, instance variable can be accessed only within the package, while for protected, the instance variable can be accessed within the package, and the class extending that current package can be accessed there too. So let's see this example first. So first we have initial instantiate the two variable with the private, and then we use the, as we can't access or modify these very fields or instance variables outside of the student class. So what we do is we created for method, that is getter setter. For each variable we are making a getter and setter, and we put a access modifier public here so that we can access it from anywhere, and we can change or more like modify or get the value from the getter and setter. Like here we public string get name, it is a method which is returning the current name as it is in the current class. So here the name can be accessed. Okay, and just like that, we can set a name by like having the like set method. Here we the return type is void, so as we do not need any return type, so we use here void, and this name is equal to name that we are getting. This name correspond to the current class name, huh? And we are changing with the parameter. Just like that only, we are getting age here, and we are setting up the ages too. And encapsulation does help in validating the set set method. Like if we want to restrict that the age should not be negative or zero, then we can use like this. If age is greater than equal to 0, only we are going to set the value, otherwise we are not, right? So that's what encapsulation helps. So let's have a hands on it. So here we have created a student class. So we are going to create um, we are going to implement encapsulation in it. So as a standard practices, we should declare private to the fields. Okay, so we are going to put a access modifier private, and you can see here like there is some errors popping up. So what is the error? If we hover over it, then it is saying roll number has a private access in org.example.student. So in this package, in this class, the student, the roll number can be accessed only here, not outside the class. That is saying here, like, we can't access or modify roll number outside the student class. So for that, to modify it, we can use a getter setter. So we are going to use public void set roll number, and we are going to pass a parameter here, roll number, and this dot roll number is equal to roll number. Just like that, we are going to use a getter too. So here int get roll number, int roll number, sorry, here in the getter we are not passing any parameter, we are getting it right. So return roll number. Just like that only, like, we are public void set name, and here we are passing string name, and this dot name is equal to name, public int get sorry, public string get name, return name, public void set gender. Here in the gender, like, here is string, so string gender, this dot gender is equal to gender, and public void get gender, and here we are returning gender. Okay, okay, here I missed semicolon. Okay, return gender, no, string. Okay. Hmm. And in the main class we are going to use this uh, methods, right? So s1 dot set name ram, s1 dot set roll number 1, and s1 dot set gender, and we are going to set here male. Okay, so here we are getting it. So get roll number, get name, get gender. Okay, we print it, then one ram and male is coming. Okay, so and this is all about the encapsulation. um, Now we are going moving to next concept of oops, that is inheritance. So inheritance is a mechanism in Java by which one class acquires the property and behavior of another class. It promotes code reusability, establishes parent-child relationship between the class being inherited from the class the parent or superclass, and the class that inherits is called the child and subclass. So what inheritance does is, like, there is something, suppose two class, and here is some properties that you want to use it here. So there is two way: either you copy and paste here, uh, and write other logic, or what we can do is, like, there is a concept in Java called inheritance, and we are going to inherit every property in it and only write those properties which are additional to it. So this is called inheritance. Like, suppose there is a vehicle class, And here we have, okay, wait. Mhm. Sorry, like I have a meeting, uh, so I have to pause this video till this, and I am going to continue from inheritance, and go till the abstraction and uh, complete Java oops tomorrow onwards. Like tomorrow, by the end of the tomorrow, EOD tomorrow. So if you have any doubt in class and object and encapsulation, then feel free to comment down, and I will start continue the rest of it from tomorrow. So if you like the video, then like it and subscribe my channel. I will meet you in the next one. Bye bye.